Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome. I'm going to make sure I am on the right page. My name is Mitchell Osborn. Welcome to, what are we doing? Talking Animals with Mitchell. I'll explain why I'm a little bit flustered. Just coming in from, yes, I'm in the right place. All right. So all is good. Let me know if you're out there watching. Love to see any faces. I'm sharing on my page, so that this will go over to my other page as well on Facebook. So, hello, Kimberly. And Kimberly, I just saw you posted, and I was only able to download one of your pictures because I usually need those ahead of time because I can't take the pictures and post them while I'm doing the live. And I came flying in from a dinner engagement. Had everything prepared beforehand, knew I might be late, and I was late. But I will definitely get to Morgan. Morgan was the one I got loaded before I had to go live. So welcome. Glad you're here, and I'll explain a little bit more in just a moment. So, hey everybody, if you're out there and you want to say hello, let me know. My name is Mitchell Osborn. I am a psychic, medium, animal communicator, which is what I'm talking about tonight. I'm also a tarot card reader, and I do mindfulness, transformation, coaching, using hypnotherapy, NLP, EFT, EMT, all that good stuff. But tonight, we're going to do the usual stuff, which is I'm going to pull a Arc Animal Oracle card for what's going on with the collective and those watching spiritually, and Arc Animal Tarot card for what's going on with us kind of physically for those who are watching. I'll set an intention in just a moment, and then I'm going to go over how to work with spirit, totem, and power animals, the definition, how they showed up in my life this morning, actually, or was it yesterday morning? Yesterday morning. Hey, Allison. Hey, Kimberly, Norm, Kathleen, welcome, welcome. So thank you, Kimberly. The other animal, maybe we'll post that one for 2 weeks from there. I do communicate with those crossed over as well. So for me, when in my one-on-ones with people, it's usually about 50-50 crossed over and still alive. So, but anyway, so welcome. Looks like a good group is showing up. Maybe 8 o'clock is a better time. So my husband texted me earlier today, said, hey, can we have dinner with some friends at 5:30? Which he and I normally can eat dinner at 5:30, and I'm home by 6:45, online by 7. And I thought, you know what? I don't want to rush a dinner. And I started to put it for 7:30. And I thought, let me just put it at 8 o'clock. I never change the time. So I'm glad I did, because I just walked in the house at 15 till. I put on my comfy pants. I got my glass of water. I went to the bathroom. I tried to download a picture real quick for Kimberly because I checked to see if there were any final ones. And I was like, I have 1 minute to go. So hey, Maria. Hey, Katie. Heather, I think I said hello to everybody. So boom, here I am. So, all right. So first of all, let me set an intention for everybody watching this, whether you're live or in the archives. And this is something I do if you purchase on my website, mitchellosborn.com. I have over 50 spreads. You can go find a spread and look at the questions that might work with you best, what you're going through in your life. And I usually deliver that back to you in a YouTube video. But before I do the reading for you, I set this intention that I'm about to set for everybody here. And if we do a virtual live, or if I ever am doing in-person reading somewhere, this is the intention I set. And it's memorized. And all you have to do is just take some deep breaths. And I tell everybody you can agree with all of it, part of it, or none of it. And the intention I set for all of us watching is that we would receive healing, guidance, confirmation, grounding, centering, balance, peace, harmony, alignment, joy, abundance, love, great care, compassion, health, wellness, safety, courage, and encouragement. I set the intention that we would resonate, operate, and vibrate on the highest frequency of that divine source, that pure white light, love, God, goddess energy that we can. I call in any and all of your and my angels and guides and those we work with on the other side, whether we know who they are or not, into this time we have together, as long as they stay in high vibration and play nice. All of this for our highest good and greatest growth, I say, and so it is. And so it is. So, all right. So I'm going to pull the cards first. I'm not doing readings tonight. The readings I'm going to be doing are for animal communication. I have 3 animals and 3 humans. And I got one I'm in at the last minute, Kimberly, for you, because I saw you had 2. I'm like, okay, let me grab the first one she posted. So, but what I'm going to do, this is one of my favorite decks to work with animals, Arc Animal Oracle and Tarot deck by Bernadette King. A gorgeous deck. It's a huge deck. It's got a big book in there, a color book. Bernadette has an amazing YouTube channel, and she does a lot of free teaching there. So definitely check that out. She is the one who's taught me so much about spirit totem and power animals. And I'm going to use her deck. I do every Sunday night. I have a live, usually at 7 p.m. And I alternate between mindfulness, which was last week, and animal communication this week. And then next week I'll go back to mindfulness. So let me first go to the tarot deck. And this is, you can see it's a big, thick deck. Hey, Becky Jane. I feel like I need to say both names. Did I already say hello to you, Lucy? So I'm going to pull a card right now for all of us watching, whether we're live or in the archive. And this would be what Spirit wants most for you in your physical world, most to pay attention to focus on, transformation, healing, guidance, whatever. This is the card. I'm just going to pull one card for the collective watching. So for what's going on in the physical realm, you know what? I swear we got this last time. So the seal, which is 10 of Cups. This is beautiful, loving, kind, heart-centered energy. You can see that beautiful baby seal looking at you. And lasting happiness and success, divine blessings. So find a way to receive those blessings. Find a way to encourage that lasting happiness and success. And let's be honest here for a moment. These beautiful little creatures are often some that are, to be blunt, hunted down, taken advantage of. They're very vulnerable. And that's what I think Spirit is telling us. Be in a state of vulnerability so you can bring about that happiness and that success. And also that you can receive those divine blessings that are coming your way. And then the 10 of Cups within the realms of tarot is such a beautiful, beautiful card. In my deck, Legacy, not my deck, but Chihiro's deck that I use the most, it's a cat and a dog sitting in front of a fireplace and they're leaning against each other. So it is this beautiful connective. So hug yourself, love yourself, take care of yourself, receive the divine blessings. That's what I would say is what's needed for you in the physical world. Now, hey, Barrett. Now, haha, love it when you say Becky Jane. There's some people that I just have to say both names. So, or the last name too. So let me pull a card from the Oracle deck for what we need to know most about our spiritual kind of development, evolvement, enlightenment, growth, whatever word we want to use. So what's going on spiritually for us here in the collective? Gecko. Oh my gosh. I almost feel like we had this last week too. Somebody go look up 2 weeks ago. And this is about longevity, agility, and cunning. And I shuffled these. I'm going to go back and look myself and see if these are the 2 that came up last time. So this gecko is literally calling us to really think about the long term of our spiritual being and health, that we are that eternal being, and that the agility, I think, comes in when we think about, how short a time we are here in this physical form compared to how long and vast the eternity is. Hey, Vicky. So really consider your expansiveness. Anytime I get caught up in the human day-to-day political, physical, material stuff in this world, I do this kind of like I pull back. If you've ever seen those videos of where it's like they show a spot on the globe and it's like they're showing like the downtown area and then they pull back and show the city, pull back and show the state, pull back to where they just show you how tiny and small we are. I do that because that gives me that expansiveness as spirit energy. And suddenly the things that are getting me so upset, distraught, and frustrated just do not have the weight and the intensity and the ferociousness anymore. And it's almost like I can feel a little peaceful. And I'll be honest, sometimes if I stay out there too long, it's like I can't breathe because I feel like I'm out of my body. Hey, Sharon, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Definitely seal last time, but I don't know. I don't remember the one from the yeah. I'm pretty sure it was a seal, and I know the gecko has popped up recently too. So anyway, but it's kind of funny. So yeah, so there's your messages from the Arc Animal Tarot and Arc Animal Oracle deck. So the message, or what I want to talk to you guys about tonight, and you guys are all here probably because you have some love or affinity for animals, animals that live in your house, animals of the world. I was looking to see if Bart came in, but he did not come in yet. Bartolomeo, you may see him right back there. Come under that chair. That's where the door is, and he'll walk in. Hey, Glynis, how are you? You're welcome. You're welcome. So, a lot of time, and this is what Bernadette taught me, the difference between spirit animal, animal totem, or power animal. Rebecca, popular in the 90s after I was born, my nan said, don't you darn spell Jane with a Y, or I'm going to be pissed. I love it. I love it. So the difference between spirit, totem, and power animal, this is what Bernadette King teaches, and it resonates with me. So let's go with power first. So a power animal would be an animal that you might call in to like accomplish or do something. So a good example would be, I'm just randomly pull this. So scarab. So this is 10 of wands. So, two 10s showing up today. So if I need to call in a little more ambitious work as a servant, but let's see, what does it say? Ambition is a good servant, but a bad master. So if I need to draw in a little more ambitiousness, but avoid being like a master that would lord it over people, I might draw in this scarab energy as a power animal for myself and kind of rely on that energy. That's an unusual animal, but I want to pull a card. You might think of a tiger. You might think of a bear. You might think of a snake. An animal that you can draw upon the power and the strength. You might think of cow as just beautiful, gentle, mothering spirit. And if you're going to have to go into a hospital room and visit someone and be kind and caring, you may not want to pull in the lion power animal with you, but pull in that gentle mother bear or mother cow kind of energy with you. So a power animal is one that you can call upon to kind of embody, to shapeshift into, to work with. A spirit animal, again, according to Bernadette's teaching, which resonates with me, is like a drive-by. And I'm going to talk about 3 spirit animals that did a little drive-by with me yesterday. So that is usually when they pop into your life for a brief moment. Now, a totem animal is typically one that you are either just drawn to, you collect, continually shows up. They're often around you for a long time. Like I think back to my mom. My mom at one point collected owls. And then all of a sudden she shifted to turtle. And then I think now she's into frogs. So those would probably be totem animals for her. For me, a lot of the bird winged creatures are very totem for me. Snake would be a totem one for me. I think duck is as well, because they've shown up in my life time and time again with such intensity and force. So that would be more of a totem where there's a big connection. They're guiding you, they're leading you. Where a spirit animal, it may be like just randomly, all of a sudden you see like that scarab, like you don't even know what a scarab is. And all of a sudden you keep seeing a scarab on a necklace. Then you see a movie with a scarab, and then you see someone's logo and it's a scarab. Or you find a scarab or beetle on the road and you're like, oh my gosh, that's scarab after scarab. And I've never seen scarab before. Go look up what scarab means. And it's probably this spirit animal coming in with a quick message for you. Glenna said, mine is crow. Dogs would be my totem for me. Cool. And you know what? I love it when people are like, I got dog. You know what? Sometimes it is the common animal. Just accept whatever it is, because maybe that's what you need. But when you got something unusual or weird, like spider, I don't know why, but I love spiders. They don't really resonate any power totem spirit for me, but they definitely show up. So here's how you can utilize the energy of these animals. So yesterday morning, I go out of my house And I get my earbuds in, I'm setting the alarm, I'm locking the front door. And as I step down onto the brick pathway out of my house onto the street, I look down and there's one of those big dragonflies, where the head's the size of my thumbnail. And he's laying face up dead in the middle of my sidewalk. That is not coincidence. How does it die, legs in the air, wings down, right in the middle? So I say, oh, well, let me look up what this dragonfly means. So I go to, and I'm going to type this in so you guys have this as a reference, www.spirit-animals.com. So that website is where I will go. But when in doubt, just put in the name of the animal and totem and meaning, and you'll find it quick. So that is a great place and a great place where I go. Denise, wolf, turtle, raven, hawk, dragonfly, snake have been recurring through my life. Beautiful, Denise. Definitely look those up and see how they resonate, especially when they pop up more prevalently in your life. So dragonfly, dead on the sidewalk. So I open it up and I go, oh, okay, what does this mean? Make sure you take time to visualize positive outcomes. Okay, I love intention setting, manifesting, creating. So let me just focus on, because I was having a little bit of a low energetic, bluesy kind of a morning yesterday morning. And it's probably because I was on TikTok watching Karen's and looking at the news and seeing how many COVID results are in Florida, et cetera, et cetera. So I was kind of like a little anxious feeling. So I immediately said, you know what? That's right. Thank you, Dragonfly. Thank you. Let me put on some wonderful music. Let me focus on how positive, beautiful, and wonderful. Hey, Sharon. I don't think I said hey to you. New Zealand, you're in tomorrow. Sharon is in the future, people. I love it. So here, this dragonfly sacrificed its life to give me this message, positive outcomes. So now I'm walking, and I look down. And here's the thing. So I'm walking, and I started visualizing kind of shredding or shedding layers of negativity. And it was almost like, like someone taking off a coat, and it felt real fleshy and wet, and it was kind of gross and weird. And as I'm taking that off, visualizing in my mind, I look down and there's a dead frog. And it's not just dead, it is like stepped on, gross, guts hanging out. It was, and you know what? I visualize that stuff all the time when I work in the world. So it's hard to see, but it doesn't hit me too hard. So I go, oh, here's another one, frog. So frog, I quickly Google it as I'm walking, spirit-animal totem or spirit-animals.com. And then its message was, you are being reminded to address your feelings and emotions rather than ignoring them. Feeling things allows you to grow. So I'm like, all right, thank you, frog. Now, let me address my feelings. And I started inviting in, okay, those blues, those anxious feelings, those emotions of kind of a little bit of sadness. Why are you here? What's going on? I'm getting the clarity. I'm releasing them. I'm shedding them, especially as I was shedding. That's when I see the frog. 20 more steps. I look up and there's my friendly duck on the wall. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see me walking by it. And this is the third Saturday or third time I walk by, and there's a duck up on like a 7-foot wall just staring at me. And as I walk by, he's like 5 feet from me. He's just like looking at me. And so I look up duck. And duck tells me, you are a creative person. Tap into and feel the freedom it allows you. So I'm getting positive outcomes. I'm getting deal with your emotions. I'm getting freedom. So I'm getting these beautiful messages from these spirit animals that have come into my life, one after another. 2 of them dead, sacrificed their life. One of them fully alive. It's been the 3rd week in a row, or the 3rd time I've been out walking, that they are right there. So this is what's so beautiful about working with the animals around you, not just the ones living in your house. Hey, Lisa, but the ones that are outside. I know recently there was a giraffe named April that was giving birth, and there was a camera, and people were just all obsessed maybe a year or 2 ago. And if you are drawn to that giraffe, look up what giraffe means, especially if you find yourself checking on it every day. What does it mean? Why is it going on? That's when, you really are connected. Or you see a story about an animal or a gathering or a group or a flock or a herd, and you're drawn to it and it hits you emotionally, dig in a little bit deeper. I did an interview that was posted recently. Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name because it's a very unusual name. But we were talking about animal communications, and she was asking me, and she cut this part out because she said, locusts have come into our city. Does that mean something? And I said, well, it certainly could. First thing you would think of is, what do locusts represent? First of all, they're herd mentality, they're flock, they're a mass. So there's that mass mentality, and they usually come in like and are destructive. They nibble away, they trim away, and then they leave. So it's like they come in, clean house, and get out of there. So it could be something that needs to be addressed within the city. There could be junk, there could be overgrowth, there could be thoughts, ideas, and feelings that need to be trimmed away or just chewed up and gotten rid of, and it could be an uprising of the masses. For me in this country, it was not our country, it was another country, but I thought if those were here, I'd be absolutely like, all right, this is about the mass mentality, shifting and changing things, getting rid of old ways and moving forward. But yeah, so the first thing I would say is, what does that animal represent to you? Figure out if it's a spirit animal, just doing what I call a drive-by message. If it's a totem animal that has been with you, quite a long time in your life, or is it a power animal beckoning and calling you to step into their energy because you're feeling weak or you're feeling overworked? And if all of a sudden you want to be slug energy, oh my gosh, slug, when would you use slug energy? If you're a hyperactive, overworking, people pleaser, just pull into that slug or sloth energy and slow things down and be meticulous. Very much so. So there was a locust on your boyfriend's home. His aunt killed it. Wow. And that interesting that there's one locust compared to, a swarm. That's what I'm looking for, a swarm of locusts. So very interesting. That's another thing. Is it one or a swarm? Is it a flock of geese or one goose? So any questions about totem, power, spirit animal, how to use them? Because I'm going to dive into I've got 3 readings coming up, and I want to dive into that as quick as I can. And forgive me for just a moment because I have to transfer a final image. So type your questions because it usually takes me just a little bit of time before I can see it. So yes, go ahead and type your question in. All right. I'm downloading a picture, everybody, so bear with me just a moment. Because I got to find it. Okay, I think I found it. All right. Norm. I love it. Norm's like, I got a question. It has nothing to do with what you're talking about. Yes, Norm. V and I tomorrow night, Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, will be on my Facebook page doing 1-card readings. We each do a card each. So if you want to get in, come see us tomorrow night. You've already given me all I need to know, and thank you for that. You're welcome, Lisa. You're welcome. All right. So Katie, if you're out there, let me know. I just want to know if you're out there because I'm going to bring Buddy's picture up. I'm going to work with Buddy's energy. And Sharon, let me know if you're still out there with Sassy. And then Kimberly, let me know if you're still out there with Morgan. So these are the 3 readings I'm going to do tonight. We'll be just about another 15 minutes or so. You can always get a one-on-one and have my 100% attention. All right, Katie, you are there. So let me bring up, and let me make sure I've got, so this is Buddy. I love Buddy's energy. So everybody, this is Buddy. So Katie, Sharon, and Kimberly, when I start working with you, if I say something that resonates, type in and say something like, yes, regarding blah, blah, blah. Yes, I feel that. Because if you just say yes, I'm already moving on, and it takes like 30, 40 seconds before I see your post. So just always kind of remind me what you're saying yes to and repeating to. So how can we figure out what our totem is? Okay, Sharon. So Sharon, that would take either a journey, meaning a meditative mindfulness thing. And I can that could be a topic one night where we do a whole meditative thing and find our power animal. But that's really what you would do, is go into kind of a journey and meet them. I know I've done this at least sometime. I go to my YouTube channel and type in, Mitchell Osborn, totem animal, and see if I think I've posted it one time, but I can't just remember right off the top of my head. But I take you through a mindfulness meditation and find him. So, all right, so let me dive in. So this is Buddy. Buddy's 11 years old. This beautiful, beautiful being. I'm gonna assume Buddy is a boy. If not, tell me. You said 11 years old, very active, occasional nipping, and destructive behavior. So when I tap into Buddy's energy, first of all, I get a lot of lighthearted fun. I get a nice jovial feel with Buddy. I do get a little bit of grumpy old man energy. And what I mean by that is just set in his ways, maybe not being told early on, like what is acceptable and what is not. I'm also getting a little bit, and again, Katie, let me know what resonates. Say yes regarding that. That makes sense. Because I almost feel like sometimes his quote unquote bad behavior was humorous and not so much encouraged, but just not discouraged. Like if you've ever seen those videos of like a sassy little young girl, just, this is not how it is. You're like, oh, you know what? I hope she realizes that's an act. And that when she gets older, that sassiness could get her in trouble, because it's cute when they're like 2, but when they're 15 and they're sassing their teacher, it's going to get them in trouble. So let's see. Yes, correct. He's a boy. One of my neighbors used to call him Happy Dog. Okay. Just very jovial, loving, and funny. I feel like a deep laugh. Like I feel like this, just a very deep kind of a laugh with him. So with the destructive behavior and nipping, I really feel like he just doesn't understand what he's doing. So with regard to that, and this is for everybody watching, if, using Buddy as an example, if Buddy is nipping and all of a sudden someone's sitting next to Buddy and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't nip them. The image you just sent to Buddy was nip, bite. So you want to always stay in the positive, like, Buddy, it's wonderful. You're around people. So if he's nipping someone specific, see that Buddy and that someone happy and loving and feeling good. If you're worried that when Bob, the neighbor, comes over, who he's nipped before, is he going to nip again? And you keep worrying, which by now, most of you know, because I say it a lot. Worry is a prayer for the very thing you don't want. So when you're envisioning, oh my gosh, is Buddy going to bite Bob, the neighbor? That's what you're sending. That's the image you're sending, Buddy. So what you want to do is, I'm so glad Buddy and Bob are getting along. I love it. Bob doesn't like when Buddy licks him, but boy, licking is so nice and sweet and caring. You don't even think he's not biting. You just think he's happy. So Katie, you said, actually, I've worked with a trainer last year, but I think I used to let him get away with too much. And Katie, don't be hard on yourself. You probably did it because you loved him and you didn't want to, reprimand, command, whatever it is. Just realize, and then take that love for him and say, you know what, Buddy, because I love you so much, here's the behavior I want. Because the one thing I know about dogs, and trainers say this because I'm not a behavioralist or a trainer, I'm not, is structure. Structure is just paramount for dogs. So the more structure you can give them, it's actually showing the love. Again, and just think about like a child, 3-year-old child. If you didn't give them the structure and locked doors and things like that, they'd be out in the road playing, getting hurt. So do it out of love, and then just focus on the positives for Buddy and just have some of those conversations in the positive route. Buddy, love you so much. We're glad you're in our household. We love that you get along with everybody. We love that you lick them and you hug them and you kiss them. Just see that. But then here's the other thing. Again, everybody listen. Buddy is nipping. Buddy is doing destructive behavior. Now look to the humans and see who might be nipping at people. See who might be destructive in their behavior. Are you, Katie, or is anybody in the house just fed up with the Karens of the world. Are you a Karen? Are you a Karen, Katie? Are you nipping, biting, screaming, yelling, or is somebody in the house just angry and mad and just chomping at the bit? Because they will mimic and reflect our behavior to show us what's going on, so that way we can kind of change and shift and move and evolve and grow. Katie says, I definitely have those negative internal worries about the nipping. Yeah, and that's a great place to start. Again, Katie, this is not punishment for you. It's realization. It's a light bulb going off. And yeah, definitely. So I'll try to, just flip it on its head. And what I mean by that is 180. Just flip it over, give it 180. Susan, you said, are animals able to send us dreams as to how their journey was when they left our world from the next? Absolutely. And you can even ask them. You can ask them before they pass on, as they're getting older. You can ask them after they pass on. Come to me in my dreams. Set the intention for that, and just draw them in. So, Katie, any other final questions? I'm gonna take Buddy's picture down, move on to the next one. But everybody watching this, whether you're live or in the replay, send Katie and Buddy and any other animals and humans in the household some beautiful high vibration. Send them positive licking and loving and happiness and joy and understanding, and allow them to release the worry so that we stay focused on the positive. So I send all that to you. All right, so Sharon, you're still out there? Yes, so Sharon, let me bring up Sassy. Oh, I love Sassy. So, Katie, I also definitely understood the grumpy old man vibe too. No more questions. Oh, thank you. Okay, good. Is there a grumpy old man in the house? Or does that just feel like his energy? Oh, all right. I'm adjusting my logo. It's too high. So this is Sassy. And Sassy lives with Sharon. So Sassy is 17 years old, alive, health issues, respiratory. So let me just tap into Sassy's energy. Woo! Let me move over here so you can see me. So Sassy is extremely inquisitive, which a lot of cats are. Sassy, and I think you said she. So correct me if you're wrong. Let me know, male or female. I'm pretty sure Sassy is a she, female. Very inquisitive. I wouldn't be surprised if she is watching you constantly, but not for long. Like she gets it and walks away. She wants, I feel like she doesn't, I feel like she appreciates her alone time. So if she spends a lot of time alone, I kind of feel like she's more of a bush dweller. So let me know if she goes under things more. Cats are usually tree dwellers. They get on top of couch, on top of cat trees, on top of perches, or bush dwellers under couches, under beds, under cabinets and things like that. And just watch one episode or two or three of Jackson Galaxies, My Cat from Hell, and you'll learn all you need to know about cats. You said, no, just think as Buddy got older, he's not wanting to do things he doesn't want to do. Gotcha, understood. So Susan, I knew my cat sent me a beautiful dream. We live next to an empty lot with bunnies, and he and my cat were sitting next to them. Oh, that's beautiful, Susan. Beautiful. Connect to that. So Sharon, let me know if a little bit of that makes sense with Sassy so far. And then with respiratory, always check with your vet, because I'm not a doctor, but I don't feel the respiratory stuff is a big deal. Let me know if it's quote unquote minor. I do feel like it's more of what she's breathing than something kind of inside. It almost makes me feel like, make sure the house, I hate to say this, but make sure the house is dust free. Make sure, I see carpet, make sure it's vacuumed well. But then also look to the humans and see if there's anybody just having a hard time taking full breaths in life. If someone's anxious and nervous and scared and frustrated, the breathing is usually shallow, which again, Sassy could be reflecting a behavior or some symptoms of the humans, which is about not able to take full breaths of life, shallow breathing, not fully inhaling the zest. Or if there's anybody who's got some lung issues in the house, there's a reflecting back there. I don't think it's external, like pollen, mold, or anything like that. I'm not feeling that. It's interesting. I will say this. I see a brushing, so I don't know if you brush her or not, but I feel like brushing might help her, not so much for the respiratory stuff, but that human cat, the connection between the two of you, the stimulation. Um, and usually cats do not sit long with touch, with affection. If they do, I think they've got a much more physical human connection and vibe. Most cats are very aloof, standoff. You can hold them, pet them, touch them for a few seconds, 30 seconds, a minute at the most, and they want to get away, let them go. They've got all they needed from you energetically, or they gave you all they needed energetically. So Sharon, let me know if any of that resonates before I move on, because I haven't seen you post or type back. So hopefully you're still there. And Sharon, if we lost you, you'll just have to go back in the replay and let me know. You can always tag me. So, Sharon, I'm going to remove Sassy since I'm not seeing any posts. I know it takes about 30, 40 seconds. But everybody, let's send Sassy and Sharon and any other animals or human in the household some beautiful high vibration. Let's set the intention that, let's see, Sharon, she hates to be brushed. I was feeling that, which is why I'm like, if you can. Susan, no, you have to send pictures well in advance because I have to download them and get them into my system. So usually by 6 o'clock in the afternoon at the latest, but anytime. In 2 weeks, I'll do this again. So you literally can go on right now and put your picture up for 2 weeks from now, because like I just posted the 2-week one. But yeah, so I have to do it ahead of time, and I can only usually do 3, maybe 4 at the most. And I'll have one more after this. But yeah, carpet may be an issue. Okay, Sharon. And you know what? Just check into that, because here's what I'm feeling. It feels more like materialistic, like physical dust, allergy, blah, 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 versus something inside of her. I'll take that back. They said not allergy, but more like just like dust or something like that. Thanks, Susan. She has long hair. Yeah, I definitely can see the long hair. And it's not like, I feel like there's like a stimulation thing. Like she wants that a little bit more affection or stimulation. I feel like that will move the energy. And anybody watching this, you can just rub your hands together, get that Reiki energy going from the base of your cat, dog, or snake skull. Just run your energy from head to tail. And when you run that energy, just set the intention that you're allowing the energy to go to them where it's needed. Don't think you are wise enough to know where it needs to go, because you may be sending it to a symptom rather than the root cause. The symptom could be the respiratory stuff. The root cause could be that there's a human in the house not able to fully encompass life and enjoy it and breathe deeply. And this cat is trying to show you that. So the root cause would be the human, not so much the cat. Or the root cause might be that she's living too much up in her head, which is often that airy, energetic stuff, and she needs to be a little more grounded. And that could be why I saw her as a bush dweller. She might need to be a little bit more grounded. So maybe if she's got a cat bed or something like that, you might pull in some brown, like a brown cloth or by a brown bed that she can sit in to be a little bit more grounded. She is a love bug, always with me on my lap. Beautiful, beautiful. So do some Reiki energy and just allow the energy to go, and ask her, say, Sassy, show me where this breathing stuff is coming from, and then trust your gut. Ask her to show you in a dream time. We talked about dreams and animals just a moment ago. So, all right. So I'm going to take Sassy down. Sharon, thank you for sharing Sassy's energy. So let me bring up Morgan. Kimberly, let me know that you're still out there. Sometimes you have asthma problem. Okay, Sharon, so she may be reflecting that back. So if you're having some asthma problems sometimes, then what you can say, anybody, to your animal, thank you, Sassy. Thank you, animal. I see your message that you're trying to show me and tell me. I got this. I'm going to take care of myself. But then you need to go take care of yourself. Don't just tell them you're going to take care of yourself. If you're having hip problems and the cat's reflecting it to you, say, I see your message. I'm going to go start doing exercise, yoga, strengthening to work on this. So, all right, good, Kimberly. Sharon, you are welcome. All right, let me see if I can load this in. So hold on a second. So bringing in Morgan. So, all right. So let me see. Kimberly, please let me know that this is Morgan and not the other one, because I just grabbed one picture real quick. I'm pretty sure this was Morgan that I got and wrote it down. So if this is Morgan, just say, yes, that's Morgan. This is 11 and a half years old. A little bit of anxiousness and fear going on. So Kimberly, let me know, first of all, that that's Morgan, and that's what you said there. So when I tap into the energy of this animal in front of me, not so much that name in case I got it wrong, and if I tap into anxiety and fear, okay. Kimberly, I'm going to be honest with you. Morgan is, first of all, Morgan is very sassy, just like the name of the last animal. Morgan has got lots and tell me if Morgan is a girl. I'm feeling female energy, but also when I work with animals, boy cats and dogs and horses feel more feminine, receptive, chill. And then female cats and dogs and horses and animals feel more masculine, more mama bear, mama lion, take charge. So I'm feeling princess energy here. I'm feeling some regality. She really feels regal. So the reason I'm saying that is because she was like, this is not my stuff. So she is totally throwing this back on you or another human in the household. So I would say, where are there any humans in the household, or maybe another animal, I doubt it, but more of a human, that are having some anxiety, that are having some fear? I mean, let's be honest, we're in the middle of a pandemic, however you feel about what's going on. It is a very odd time. So anxiety and fear. Now, whether this just started happening in the last week, 2 or 3 or 4 months, or it's been going on a while, you can let me know that as well. Very sassy. Me Too is her nickname. Oh, Me Too. I love it. Name because she needs to be a part of everything. Total princess. Got it. Absolutely can feel that with her. And I'm going to be honest with you. That feels right. It's like, that is who she is. It's not a bad thing like she's a spoiled little brat. This is like who she is. And I feel like I feel like she's telling me she came into your life to help you appreciate the finer things in life, to help you appreciate quality, goodness, what am I trying to say? Just the finer things in life, and this is also taking care of yourself. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're someone who loves to get your mani, your pedi, the massage. Maybe you don't always do it, but it's certainly in your wheelhouse. Kimberly, yes, you've always had anxiety. I do meditation and deep breathing, and she takes off. She hates anything I do that is calming. And she could take off because she's like, oh, thank goodness she got the message. And she's like, then she leaves. But you can also, and I've done a pet meditation one. You'd have to go to my YouTube channel and find the playlist that is Talking Animals with Mitchell, and scroll through and find the meditation with animals, and you can connect with them. But this could be where you could do some, just some gentle Reiki healing with her. This is the conversation, let her know, Morgan, listen, I realize you're reflecting back to me the anxiety and the fear. Let's work together. Let's do some pet meditation together. You say she takes off. She doesn't have to be in the room. And also, you could be like letting it go, and she just doesn't want to be around when that bomb goes off, because she may not want to absorb it. But let me see if there's any other final message with her about the anxiety, the fear, or anything else. She said something about, I want to go back to the old food. So I don't know if you changed the food or something different with the food, but it's like, I want the old food. So maybe she wants to go back to something different food-wise. So let me know if that makes sense. It feels like it was maybe, I'm going to be blunt, it feels like it was like a cheaper version of food or something, just like Publix food versus, something organic, Whole Foods. But it makes me feel like it was less expensive, not quite as high quality, but she liked it better. Let me know if that makes some sense. So, all right, Kimberly, I'm just kind of bringing this to a little bit of a close. So let me know if any of that makes sense, and if there's any other big final question you might have. But yeah, so I would say work with your own mindfulness meditation, calming yourself down, but see how you can bring her in, and maybe she doesn't last as long. I will say this, cats don't need as much time doing things like that as dogs do, but Morgan could be such a high vibrational being with that princess energy, that quality energy, that she doesn't need much of it either, and she could get it quickly. You said, I think you're right about the energy. Okay, she hasn't been eating well lately. I make her food and cut out a few ingredients. Okay, so yeah, maybe revisit some of the food from the past. Beautiful. You are welcome. You are welcome. And then allow her to set the time frame on the mindful meditation calming stuff. It may be shorter than yours because we humans are a little more dense, like energy wise, and up here sometimes, where animals, they live in the moment, they get it quicker. And for her, it may be as simple as turning the light switch on and off. But again, she may also go, oh, she got it. Okay, now I can go. Message received. It's like when you're on the iPhone and you see the little 3 lines, da 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 da. She's like, okay, come on, pick up the message, and received. So, all right, Kimberly. So everybody, let's send Kimberly, Morgan, any other animals and humans in the house, just some beautiful high vibration. That high vibration would bring about some peaceful, calming, beautiful energy. Messages would be received. Healing, growth, and enlightenment would be had. Namaste there. So I'm taking her picture down. So all right, you guys, kind of bringing this to a close. So if you have any final questions or comments, post it now, because it takes about a minute, about 30, 40 seconds for me to get. But I'm going to round this session off. Tomorrow night, V and I, on my other Facebook page, Mitchell Osborn page, we'll be doing 1-card readings for people, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A week from tonight, I will be doing some mindfulness at 7 p.m. 2 weeks from tonight, I'll be back with this same kind of night, this live edition of Talking Animals with Mitchell. I don't know what the lesson will be yet, but I'll definitely pull a card, set an intention, and do some readings if there's some pictures posted in there. So Kimberly, the other picture, you can transfer it to the other one, and then anybody else who wants to post who didn't get a reading tonight. So, all right, I don't see any other comments. Thank you, everybody. Namaste. You can DM me for a reading, one-on-one. You can private message me. I'm pretty good about replying. Just know that during the day, kind of 7:30 to 4-ish, I'm at my wellness fitness job. Mary, can I do my son doggy shadow next time, or does it have to be my animal? The owner, the human, would need to be there. Hey, Rob, good to see you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, Maria, it would definitely need to be like, they would need to be here for the animal. It's not bad that I do a third party. I just would need the feedback. I mean, it would be just kind of like bullet points, but yeah, so cool. All right, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste, healthy and safe. Until next time. Bye-bye.